where she was bedridden. And Pat, I'll just give you a little history. Pat is a very active, sings in quartets, sweet Annalines, always on the go, and I'm probably stealing a little of your thunder, but she is one of the more active women. I mean, she's out there. She plays softball. She's just active, going, all that. I mean, she put me to shame at times when I was younger. It's like, she's going, and then going some more, right? And yet, I'll let her tell her story, but I'm just thankful that we're together, running together again. So, Pat, please.
Thank you so much. And Mark and I do go back a long, long way. And I cherish his friendship and his family's friendship a lot. As Mark was saying, I was a very active person. I've always been a big girl, always. My dad said, never let that stand in your way. Well, I took that literally, and I was moving constantly, doing all sorts of things. I used to play softball. I used to, I've sung competitively in quartets, like Mark was saying, and did everything with my kids, went out for soccer. They probably didn't appreciate that, but I did it anyway. I was the parent on the sideline screaming at the kids, you know. But anyway, I was always very, very active. I had several businesses. I've always been an entrepreneurial spirit. My dad was in business for himself, and he gave me a good work ethic. And so I've always been a really busy person. In 2005, May of 2005, I had went to bed that night from my very active lifestyle. Went to bed that night, and I turned to my husband. I said, oh man, I think I'm catching the flu. I said, I'm feeling a little achy, and you know how flu does. You know, you have those symptoms. You kind of feel a little sweaty. And I said, oh, this is not good. I have too much going. I can't get sick now. Went to bed. Got up the next morning, tried to get out of bed, and all I could do was heave for air. I hurt everywhere. My body just was killing me. I was in so much pain that I just thought, oh my gosh, what is this? And I tried to get down the hall to the bathroom. I have a very small little house. It is not that far down the hall to the bathroom. And I was heaving. I could not get enough oxygen and air into my system to get myself down the hallway to the bathroom. I finally made it. My husband was very concerned. Never has seen me in a position like this ever. And I've always been the strong one in the family. And I didn't know what was wrong. I called my doctor immediately, and I said, there's something wrong. I can't get air. I hurt everywhere. My hair even hurt. I used to tell my mother, oh, when I get the really bad flu, my hair would hurt. She used to laugh at that. But my hair was hurting even. And so I thought, this is not the flu. I've never had feelings like this before. So I did go into my doctor, and luckily he knew me. He was a pretty new doctor to me, and but he did know me prior, so he knew how I was prior. And he said, okay, let's send you in for tests. So he sent me in for tests. I went to every test known. I had blood taken and urine, and they went all over trying to find what it was that I had. All my tests came back negative. I was perfectly healthy. I was a healthy woman. 2005, I was a healthy woman. I said, this is not healthy. I am not healthy. They finally went ahead and decided to give me drugs to mask what was happening to me, and I was very willing to take them because I was in so much pain. I just couldn't stand it. So I started taking all their medicine. And of course, when you take any large amounts of medicine, your stomach goes bad, and you have to take more medicine to stop that from happening. So it was just a vicious cycle, and I was on very big pain medications and things. My doctor was very good, sent me to several specialists. I went to several specialists. Nothing happened. He put me into the hospital. They did every known test known to man, I thought, because I had doctors coming into my room and talking to me and prodding and picking and getting things out of me. So I had no idea who they were. I just know that they said they were doctors. In fact, one doctor came in, because I am a big girl, my sisters happened to be in the room with me. I hadn't told this before. My sisters happened to be in the room with me. And he took one look at me and he said, he looks at me and he talked to me very briefly. And then he says to my sisters, he turned to my sisters, and they're older than I am, and he said, she's kind of like this anyway, isn't she? She's kind of, you know, she doesn't do much. And they kind of just looked at each other, looked back at him, and they said, she runs rings around us. This is not like her at all. And he goes, oh, really? You know, he assumed, being a big girl, I didn't do anything. I sat on the couch all day eating bonbons. So that was not my story. So anyway, he did his test. We didn't get along very well, as you can imagine. And they sent me home because all the tests that the other doctors had given me also were very negative. My body was fine. Everything was fine. I was put into an oxygen chamber, not oxygen chamber, but a chamber where they made me breathe because it was one of my issues. And I said, if you let me sit in this chamber, I can pass any of your tests because I'm a singer. I know how to do that. However, if you walk me just over there and walk me back and make me take those tests, I can't pass them. They didn't pay any attention to me. So I ended up going to UCSF, went to their departments down there. They also ran all sorts of tests on me. At this particular time, when I went to UCSF, I was so exhausted. My body was what I went into a total exhaustion mode. When it did that, I thought, oh my gosh, I have not the energy to even go to San Francisco. I was just beyond myself. This was just so out of character for me. So since 2005 until about 7 weeks ago, I had also gone to different new doctors that had come into town, specialists, and they were helping. They were doing some different things and trying to help me, and I was really grateful. But there was a period through there that I was just too exhausted to do anything. I was bedridden for a while. By the grace of God, I got a little bit better, and when I say better, I was able to get up and not heave for air. I was able to do a few things, like go to the kitchen and get myself water, and I would come and sit back on the couch with my legs up. And that's what I did since 2005. And it was just devastating to me because I'm such an active person. Lo and behold, Mark and I have been friends, as you know. Mark calls me up, and he says, Pat, I need to come over and see you. And I said, okay, Mark. So he comes over, he says, I need you to take something for me. I said, okay, please don't tell me it's something I have to drink. I said, I have drank everything natural. I've gone natural. I've tasted the worst tasting things and put things in it to mask the flavor. And I tried. I really did try. And nothing worked. Absolutely nothing worked. And he said, no, Pat, it's just a pill a day. I go, praise God, I can do a pill a day. So I said, okay, I'll take it. You know, I had nothing to lose. Expected absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, because nothing has helped. So Mark gave me the pill. Gave us both pills. He wanted David to try it too. So I took my pill, and 2 days later, and I was heading back down again. I was going back into that really, my pain level was way back high again. I was back on my heavy drugs, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is not good. And 2 days into it, 2 days, all of a sudden I realized the pain backed off. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's really different. I've never had that happen. Didn't go away totally, but it backed off. And I thought, okay, that's different. So about the 5th day, I said to my husband, the day went by a little bit, and I called my husband over and I said, okay, I'm not going to say this out loud, very loud, but I'm not going down anymore. And he goes, really? I go, yes, I am not going down anymore. And he goes, oh, wow. So I called Mark and said, okay, I don't care what it costs, what it is, bring it over. I got to have this product, and I'm going to sell this product because I am going to be a walking testimony for everybody I see. And so I have only been taking it about 7 weeks now. And I absolutely feel so much better. I have people that know me that all of a sudden they'll go, okay, what are you doing? Because you are like, your sparkle is back in your eyes. What's happening? And I go, I have to tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what I have done. And so that's exactly what I've done. I'm so excited about this product. I can't tell you how excited I am. I could just cry. I've actually been able to perform again. I actually went and did some performing in Walnut Creek again with my girls. And oh my gosh, I was so excited. I had more people swarming me going, whoa, you're back. What happened? And they hadn't seen me since '05. That's 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a really miracle for me. And it's my story. Not everybody is going to have this great story because it's mine. And it happened for me. And I know you shared some of yours and it's happening for you. So I just want to thank you and tell you that get your family, your friends, everybody you know on this product.
You do not have to be a doctor to be great at this business. You have to be humble enough and listen enough so you can hear what people are saying. You got to come back up here. And you got to be willing to lead people the direction they're willing to go.
My name's Lisa. I have 3 beautiful daughters, and I work as a cashier at a grocery outlet. And if you've ever been at a grocery outlet, you know those lines are long as the day is. Well, about 2 months ago, I developed pains in my forearm. And as you scan, you have to pick things up and just, whip them down the thing, get people out. I was having problems picking up a can like this. So, pardon me, I'm a little nervous. I had problems picking them up because I have to bag them myself. And I have taken Vicodin, Flextro, probably any pain pill that you can imagine. Ibuprofen, naproxen, everything. And so Ro came into work one day and he's all, Lisa, well, how's your arm? And he says, I noticed you're not wearing your brace, because I used to wear a brace, just to confine the muscles and the pain, I guess. Is that what you want to call it? So I wasn't wearing it, and he says, well, what's up with your arm? I'm like, well, I said, the brace doesn't work. The Vicodin, all it does is just make me constipated. Everything else just it's not working. I have tried everything under the sun. Naproxen doesn't work and everything. And he says, you know what? He says, I got something. So I went out my way, and I was, cashing everybody out. And he comes back in, he comes over inside my register, and he goes, take this. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, because I'm taking everything, I didn't think nothing else was going to work. So he says, well, take it. I said, all right. So after I got off work, and I got off late and everything, he says, take the pill, I'll call you in a half hour. So he calls me a half hour later, and I still haven't taken the pill yet. So he says, well, you know what? He says, meet me at Starbucks. He says, I want you to see a video. I said, okay. So meet him at Starbucks and everything, and we sit down and I watch the video. And then he says, well, let's talk to Sam. So I'm talking to Sam, and I've got no clue who this man is. Like, he could have been anybody on the phone. So I was like, all right. So he was telling me about his daughter Chelsea and everything, and I was like, you know what? What do I got to lose? So took the pill. Later on that day, we went on our way. Ro and I split. I went home, and I was doing my mom thing, and usually at the end of the day, I like to lay on the floor, because your body's really tired from being a cashier, standing all day. Your knees hurt, your hips hurt. So I was laying on the floor, and I got up, and usually I am walking like I've got pains in my back, my feet hurt. I jumped up like I was 15 years old. I was like, wait a minute, this is no, wait a minute. There's no way I believe this. So I took one the next day. Felt a little bit better. Went to work, and, I'm working like I did when I first started there. It's been almost 2 years now that I started at Grocery Outlet. I've been taking this pill for 5 days. I have no problems. That picture of T out there, I couldn't have picked up last Saturday.
Did you tell my
Because
husband?
it would hurt me so much. See, I was picking up that picture and I was pouring it there was nothing wrong with me. So, I love Ro to death, and I love Sam, and I love Protandim. Oh my God! I'm a new person, I can't tell you. I've got the energy levels of my 17-year-old. And she's like, Mom, she says, and everybody's at work's like, man, Lisa, you're a little, your arm's okay, you're working like you're a mad dog and everything. And I was like, you know what, this stuff works. I've got my one girlfriend at work, she's got neck problems and shoulder problems. I gave her some of the pills, that I have out of my bottle. said, take these. I said, what do you got to lose?
Hi, I'm Marcel Koshkosh, and I've been on Protandim for more than a year now. I started taking it in the fall of 2009, and my first thing that I noticed after taking it for 3 months was a car accident. I had really bad whiplash when I was a teenager, and I've always had inflammation and pain in my right side of my neck and upper shoulder, and the first thing, it went away basically. The inflammation and the pain, and has not come back since. I've noticed I do sleep better, I have more energy, handle my stress better, and the other huge thing that took longer even was I had my physical, so I was following my thyroid tests, and I've had 4 tests on my thyroid. The first 2 before Protandim were going towards hypothyroid, which is where it's slower and your metabolism is slowing down. And then I had 2 more while I was on Protandim. And the first one was a little better than the second test that I had, and then the 4th one, the numbers were back in normal range.
Right, okay.
So those were the 2 huge
They do a
testimonies.
TSH test,
Yes.
T3, T4,
They did.
T7?
Yep. Through the endocrinologist, yeah. So that was big because I don't have to take anything for that.